Kitchen Table. I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble. It's time for another program here on this one of Down on the Farm Radio's 16 affiliated stations. Of course, today is a Thursday. It's the 25th day of January, 2024. Thanks so much for joining us. Neighbor, why don't we get started? Neighbor, let's take a look at a movement of corn, beans, and wheat futures, courtesy of John Tuggle. China cut their bank's reserve requirement overnight, freeing up approximately $140 billion to shore up the ailing Chinese economy. The Chinese stock market liked it, up 3 to 4%, and U.S. traders see it as a potential positive for future demand of U.S. grains. Yesterday's grain markets were also helped by a weak U.S. dollar as corn futures closed up 5, KC wheat up 8, and soybeans were fractionally unchanged. The gains in the wheat market were mostly likely due to a direct result of a new winter wheat acreage estimate from the Farm Futures and S&P Global, which came in about 2.3 million acres less than USDA's estimate from just last Friday's supply and demand report. Widespread rains across most of South Texas ensure excellent planting moisture. Corpus Christi's public elevator in ADM is open for Milo trucks this week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6:45. Anderson's and Timco Houston open weekdays, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains and matching your futures to those grain marketings, call John Tuggle at 361-852-5207. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how'd the sale go?
You bet, Larry. We're getting ready for the sale on Thursday today, and we had a little over 700 head on the yards Wednesday evening. Had moisture pretty all day today and all day yesterday. Not a lot, but just real wet, real damp. You get a little east of us, not very far, and they've had quite a bit of rain, from 2 on up to 7, 8 inches of rain, and some even more than that, Larry. We got about right close to 80-something cows on the yards as of Wednesday night, about 15 bulls, rest of them all calves and yearlings, Larry. Look for probably 900. If it doesn't rain a lot tonight, could have 1,000. I'm kind of looking for that 900 or something in that range. So another good day, Larry.
How much moisture have you had since you and I spoke last?
We probably had right here just in San Saba half an inch. Some folks in some parts of the county had up to an inch, and you can get on to like 30, 40 miles east of us, and you're talking about more inch to 2 inches. Then on up past I-35, we're talking about lots of rain in different areas over there, Larry.
Tell everybody how to contact Ken.
You bet. They can give us a call, Larry. Code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You bet, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat moves from yesterday. USDA's national pork carcass cutout value 219 stronger at 90.22. Estimated hog slaughter 454,000 head for the week. Total of 970,000 compared to 987 the week before. Neighbor, as we turn our head and steer our gaze toward the beef side of the meat equation, wholesale block prices for Wednesday morning, $300.54, that's $300.54 for the choice, $286.84 for the select. That was $1.12 weaker for the choice, $154 lower for the select. Federally inspected cattle slaughter, 111,000 head for a weekly total, $240. Looks like we saw OKC sell feeder cattle, 5,836 of them, mostly 3 to 4 higher. As we look toward the fat cattle prices, neighbor, we have not had any kind of price movement yet this week. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for yesterday. LSP Livestock Fredericksburg. Sean, how was the cattle sale?
Larry, it ended up real good. Ended up with about 550. We didn't quite get what we were talking about. Kind of messy around here today. It's been drizzling and anyhow, kind of a weather out. The market was good all the way through. Looked like they put a little more on cows and bulls. They were probably, some of those bulls were probably 2 to 3, 4 higher, and same on the cows. On the good cows, had quite a few thin cows again, but all went well on the cow and bull end. Steers and heifers, I'm going to say they were probably, some of those classes, looked like some of those 4-weight heifers were quite a bit higher. Get into some of those heavy cattle, might have been just a tick softer. Didn't have a whole lot of them, but all in all, I thought we got along real well. Some of those 5-weight steers sure sold good. It looked like that was kind of the hot commodity. Kind of bring up to 314 on the top end, kind of weighing 530, 40, 50. So I thought we got along real well there. All in all, the market was, I quoted it higher. Know a few cattle coming next week. Some of these producers have been holding off because of the weather. So we are starting off next week. I know quite a few coming. So hopefully we'll get a good run in Fredericksburg next week on the cattle end, and we'll go from there. But sure market was sure good all day all the way through for what we had.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, don't forget about the good folks at Wholesale Steel, store out on 16 in San Antonio and one in Hearn. Just arrived 4x2x20 welded wire panels available in 4-foot or 5-foot height, professionally and lovingly loaded by the trailer staff there at Wholesale Steel. How about heavy-duty pasture gates, decoil tubing, prime structural tubing, no-climb wire, continuous fence panels, all of this and more at Wholesale Steel and their dealers. Don't forget about standard duty panels, 5x10 panels, $135, 6x10 panels, $155. Call 210-624-2000 or 2 3/8 pipe for $60. 2 7/8 for $65. That's Wholesale Steel, San Antonio and Hearn. For more information, go to wholesalesteelsa.com or go to 18840 State Highway 16 in San Antonio. Call 210-624-2000, wholesalesteelsa@gmail.com. We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how'd the sale go?
Had a good sale, Larry. Run was a good bit lighter due to the rain around. Ended up with pretty good rains all around here, so glad to have that. But market was sure good. This thing liable to get pretty good. That rain, covered a lot of country, and I think it's gonna have a pretty good effect on things here in a week or two. But starting to show signs of it today. Those Packer cows, bulls, they were probably $10, $12 better than what they were last week. I think $1.14 on the best cow there today. Bulls didn't have any real outstanding bulls. I guess about $1.20 or so on the best bull we had today. And then on the calf and yearling deal, sure active all the way across the board. Little cattle, big cattle, probably $8, $10, $12 better in spots than what it was last week. Just a good strong run. Numbers were light, but expecting a good one next week. Weather clears up a little bit. People get out and work.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us there at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile numbers 334-1047. Website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Kelly, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'm Larry Marble for the good folks at DD Texas Outfitters. On the web, ddtexasoutfitters.com. They're at 516 East Interstate 10, Seguin, Texas. Call 830-379-7340. 21 days until the San Antonio Rodeo. Who's going this year? You need to dress right with the good items from D&D. What is in your rope bag? If you need a new one, whether it's team roping, calf roping, breakaway, you can find it at D&D. And D&D was a proud sponsor of the 2024 Guadalupe County live stream and their livestock show. And don't forget, if you like turquoise, you're a turquoise lover, D&D Texas Outfitters has got them. Handbags, Jeffrey's Livestock Marketing products for your show string. You can select and walk out with a brand new felt hat. Best hat fitters and creasers in the world. Or if you're a cap man, you got to get a bunch of hats for National Cap Day. That's DD Farm and Ranch. And remember, when it's cold, they've got blankets for your horses. DDTexasOutfitters.com, D&D Farm and Ranch in Seguin. We're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock Pleasanton. They sell them on Tuesday. Jim, how was the sale?
Market was very good, I thought. Ended up with 342 head. We did have some more moisture. Another 9/10 last night and this morning. Everything's good.
Walk the pens with me.
166 steers, 103 heifers, 66 cows, and 6 bulls. Steer side, 2 to 3 weights, $230 to $330. Heifers were $2 to $3. 3 to 4 weight steers, $225 to $345. Heifers were $1.75 to $2.90. 4 to 5 weight steers, $225 to $325. Heifers were $1.95 to $2.70. 5 to 6 weight steers, $2.05 to $2.87. Heifers were $1.90 to $2.64. 6 7 weight steers, $1.95 to $2.56. Heifers were $1.70 to $2.29. 7 to 8 weight steers, $1.75 to $2.35. Heifers were $1.50 to $1.95. 8 to 9 weight steers, $1.60 to $2.05. The heifers were $1.20 to $1.65 there yesterday.
What'd they have on the cows?
$2.16. Best Packer cow brought $1.04. Best bull brought $1.25. Few bred cows in the mix. They brought from $600 to $1,200.
What do we know for next week?
Got a few to pick up on Sunday. They claim the rain's going to be over with by tomorrow morning, so should dry out a little bit. I think that will bring them to town. Should have 400 to 500 by next week.
Atascosa Livestock Exchange Exchange there in Pleasanton. They sell them on Tuesday. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jim Wheeler.
You can reach us at 830-569-2516.
We appreciate it, Jim, and we'll talk to you on Monday evening before that Tuesday sale.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Right. Neighbor, let's talk about a helpful website, McCoy's Building Materials, McCoy's.com. McCoy's delivers. You can track your order in real time. Expanding your livestock operation? Contact Cliff Mullinax. He can help. He's the agricultural specialist. 83 stores, now 86 stores in 3 states. And remember, you can shop by category, whether it's building materials or farm and ranch, doors and windows or nuts, bolts, and fasteners. How about heating and cooling and ventilation items, hardware, paint, lighting and ceiling fans, kitchen and bath, pipe and pipe fittings, plumbing, storage and organization products? Why, if you needed a wall-mounted pellet stove, they've got them. And you can buy online, pick up in the store, and go build something. They've got a store near you. Find it at McCoys.com. That's McCoy's Building Materials, McCoys.com. We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange, Uvalde. Klein, how did the sheep and goat sale turn out?
Well, Larry had an active market yesterday. Had 450 head, a little lighter, with a few guys getting a little rain beforehand. Those heavy lambs, $1.50 to $2.35. Those light lambs, $2.40 to $3.30. Those fat ewes, $60 to $1.30. Those thin packer ewes, $50 to $65. Those packer nannies, $80 to $1.30. Those fat Spanish nannies, $80 to $1.40. Those stocker nannies, $1.60 to $2.85. Those good cabritos, $2.20 to $3.60. And those lightweights, $2.40 to $4. And the billies yesterday, $1.40 to $2.05. So overall, pretty good market and got along pretty well.
How's the cattle sale shaping up for Thursday?
Got about 200 on the yard this evening, Larry. Everybody that kind of been missing the rain looks like kind of getting one tonight, so I think we're going to be pretty light tomorrow, probably 350 or so, something like that. Got about 25 to palpate in the morning, but got some really good cattle standing here to sell tomorrow at the moment.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Klein Spear, Southwest Livestock Exchange, Uvalde.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621. Myself phone 830-591-3241.
Klein, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you after the cattle sale.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, quick reminder about the all-breed bull and female sale coming up at 11 a.m. Saturday, January the 27th. Cuero Livestock Commission Company. Angus, Brangus, Charolais, Brahma, Sembra, Red Brangus, and Polled Hereford. Females featuring breds, pairs, open heifers, F1 Brayford, lots of Tiger Stripe, Brangus, Brahman, Brangus Baldy, Sembra, Angus, Victorian Brayford, Charolais, and other crossbreeds. Females will be between 8 and 48 months of age, and you can contact Anthony DeTardis at 361-275-0816. Neighbor, we're on the line with Chris Carter. Chris Carter, Karnes County Livestock Exchange, Kennedy. We always begin by thanking our clients.
Last week was a short week due to the cold weather. We had 167 head of cattle, and this week is really short on account of the rain. We've had 5 inches of rain. We're actually going to call the sale off today. We will not have a sale this week. We will be back next week to sell your cattle for you.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for that next sale at Karnes County Livestock Exchange.
If you have any questions, please call Weather and Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345. Again, we will not have a sale this week. Stay warm and stay dry if you can.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
We are on the line with Henry Pickett, Abilene Livestock. Henry, how was the sale?
Oh, it ended up pretty good. It started raining on us right before the sale started Tuesday morning, but we ended up with 850, and then we had 235 cows. Straight across the market was $5 to $10 better. Packer cows were 5 to 10 higher. Packer bulls were $10 a hundred higher. We had a lot of really nice pairs. They bring upwards of 2,100. We had some nice bred cattle. They bring 1,800 or so. And then all the calves weighing 5 and under were probably 10 to 15 higher, and cattle 500 and up were 5 to 10 higher.
Good. Shiny consignments that you saw, you got any you want to talk about?
We had really one set of really nice, 2 sets of really nice wean cattle. We had some 8-weight yearlings. they were bringing up in the 2 1/4, 230 mark, and then we had some 5-weight weaned heifers. They were bringing in that 250 range. But overall, everything was really good.
Have you had much moisture since you and I spoke last?
Accumulation in certain areas, probably an inch or better.
Good. What do we know of for this next Tuesday?
If the weather will permit, we've got a ranch sending in about 40 head of cows. That'd be medium to older age bred. And then we've got a couple of deals of weaned yearlings lined up to come in. But right now it's just kind of hit and miss watching this weather.
I understand. Henry Pickett, Abilene Livestock. They sell them every Tuesday. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Henry.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
Henry, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next week before the sale.
Thank you.
Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. Now, have you taken a look at the beautiful home at 172 Champion Boulevard in Lavernia? 1.2 acres, majestic trees, iron fence, entry, 3 bedrooms with an office, dining room, 2.5 baths, exceptional floor plans, high ceilings, no carpet, an abundance of cabinet space, and lots of counter space. You're going to enjoy it. Why don't you contact the good folks at Homestead and Ranch Real Estate? Call 512-466-1460. That's 512-416-1460. Or check out their Facebook page, homesteadandranch.com. Neighbor, now it's time to take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company. Corpus Milo through Corpus in January, March plus 120, 1022. We'll call Houston the same, and Progresso March plus 48.79. Yellow corn to Corpus in January, March plus 55, 507 1/4. We'll call Progresso March plus 125, 577 1/4. Neighbor, hard red winter wheat to Houston in January, March plus 30, 655 3/4. And we'll call number 1 beans to Placido, Jan Feb delivery, March plus 90, 1150 1/4. Looks like Texas cash cotton, East Texas, Oklahoma, 346 bales, 79.80 to 83.15. West Texas, Kansas, and Oklahoma, looks like they moved 17,159. Prices went from 80.90 to 83.90. Neighbor, looks to me like that's it for the best darn farm show in this portion of Texas. No brag, just fact. My name's Larry Marble. We appreciate you listening to us. Check us out on the web, downonthefarmradio.com, or on one of our 16 Down on the Farm affiliated stations. Good Thursday to you, neighbor.